Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dize TMR here, aka Demise. I'm bringing you another commentary slash guide. This is going to be more of a commentary than a guide. I'm going to talk a little bit about stealth play and how to really just get in there and get the kills you're looking for. But I'm also going to talk kind of about skill-based matchmaking because that's a big problem for a lot of YouTubers going for some crazy gameplays. And I'm not one to complain about the system. And I'm not one to really try to work it too much, but I do want to try to play the game the way that people are going to play it. So my big thing, and that sounds kind of obvious, he's going to play like how other people play. Yes, I'm going to do that. Now, the reason I say that is because normally you don't get 100+ gameplays, right? None of you probably do unless you're on YouTube. And one of two things. One, you did what most YouTubers will do, which is make your KD absolutely terrible, go into lobbies filled with unskilled players, and go ham with crazy, ridiculous loadouts and, you know, just really take advantage of people that have, you know, 0.5, 0.6 KDRs and 50 score per minute and all that jazz. Just not good players. And so you could be playing them. Or you can be playing good games and showing examples of good games and how you're doing them, which is what I really want to do, because I realized that if I had to commit suicide on this account, because right now, you know, I'm not the craziest person on Black Ops 2. I have maybe 20,000 something kills accrued in about 8-9 play days. I play quite a bit, but I'm not. I don't play the most. There's a lot of people that play more than me and are a lot better than me. So, I would have to get, in order to get my KD down enough, that would mean I'd have to get probably right now about 30,000 suicide deaths to lower my KD enough. And I'd literally have to not score for, I don't know, probably about 10 play days. So that's not about to happen. I'm not about to do that grind. I'm not about to sacrifice my hard-earned, albeit not crazy good stats. I'm a 1.16 KD. I'm a little shy of 250 score per minute, but I'd like to think that's a pretty decent place to be in the game. It means you're better than most of the game. It means you're still scoring, you're still playing the objectives. But I play a little bit slower than most people. I don't really get into the enemies too much. I don't really just run head first and start winning all those gunfights. So it's not really how I play. It's not how I like to play. But it's just, you know, I play the way I play, and I enjoy that. And so I can teach other people how to play like I do, or I can show them how to be you know, kind of whoring themselves out, if you will, for these crazy YouTube gameplays 100+. So these guys are basically kind of, I think the term that was used on some other channel, and I don't know, I think it was a YouTube dude, and he said it was reverse boosting, and I totally agree with that term, because you are trying to grind your stats down so low that you get put up against bad people. And to me, that's just dishonest, and it's not how the game really is. The game will never look like that to you, and you know, it's kind of like what Mom always said about the supermodel, right? You're never going to have that physique. You're never going to look that good. So don't worry about it. Just look good for, you know, who you are. So I had kind of two options there. I could do that, or I could go into just showing you guys my good gameplays. And here, this is a swarm gameplay, although my swarms never get kills. I think I hate that score streak, so I'm still grinding out that calling card for it. But I can show you guys good gameplays, or I can try to just grind and get the 100+, and there might be a joke series with that on a on another account that I have on PSN. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But I just kind of wanted to talk about that real fast. So don't expect to see crazy 100+ gameplays too often here. If we have one once in a blue moon where they do put us in a lobby filled with just not the greatest players, and we have a really good day and we get one, cool. But if not, then hey, you know, it is what it is. So with that being said, I want to talk a little bit about playing with stealth and why that's so important. So when you use a suppressor on an SMG and you're playing with Ghost, you know that, especially now, this is after 1.6. This is a gameplay I actually got today. This is Thursday? Yeah, this is Thursday, February 5th, 6th. I don't know. I'm not a calendar. But you'll notice that you have to get a lot closer now. I think they nerfed the SMG range with a suppressor down to 30%. I think it used to only be down 15%. So it's a pretty big difference. And you see me here, I'm playing with the Chicom. And that one just, this weapon does not like some people. It used to hate me, and then it started to like me somehow, and I started getting decent games with it. Right now I'm just running with that laser sight suppressor, and I think fast mag, or extended mags. Yeah, extended. So what I want to talk about, though, is that you just got to make sure that you can get up close to enemies safely on a map like Hijacked, where we have a few very predictable routes where enemies will come. It makes it very easy. So spots a lot of guys like to go under is like, underneath the boat. If you go around the far right side, although yeah, you have to deal with snipers and people head glitching on the flipped over lawn chairs on the catwalk side that's on the outside of the boat. But then you're able to get up to the balcony or just get right behind the enemy spawn. And so you want to keep that in mind. Now, the next thing I want to talk about with this is score streaks, because there's a score streak that you can depend on pretty reliably, although you should never really truly depend on your score streaks, and that's the orbital VSAT. When you're stealth rushing, the orbital VSAT is going to be the only thing that gives you a solid, consistent edge against enemies, because your damage and your range is nerfed so badly right now. So you need to make sure that you're using those UAVs, using those orbital VSATs, getting behind the enemy team, and really just kind of using it to kind of solve a puzzle really fast. You have to determine who you're going to kill first, who you're going to kill second, third, fourth, etc. And so if you're not making the right calls on that, and right here I was totally just oblivious that was a teammate that died, not an enemy, but if you're not making the right calls on who to kill first, who to kill second, then you're going to be hurting. So my recommendation for when you're coming up on groups of people is this. Kill the guy that's closest to you that's shooting at you first. Always kill him first. Kill the next closest second. Basically work them from close to far, because the guys that are closer have more damage output they can do to you. In other words, they can kill you faster. So what you want to do is reduce risk as much as possible by killing the most present threat, removing that threat, and then moving on to the next biggest threat and the next biggest threat. So with that being said, there are a couple exceptions to this. If everyone else is turned around, but there's a guy shooting at you on the enemy team and he's way back behind those guys, go ahead and kill him or get out of the line of fire or whatever. If you already started shooting a guy, finish killing him, because he already knows, right, that you're there. He's going to turn around and kill you if you don't kill him fast. So just keep that in mind. So, just prioritizing what targets you're taking and all that jazz, prioritizing who you're going to be fighting first, second, third, fourth, when you're getting into those engagements, when you're coming onto people, that will save your life a lot. Now, the next thing is avoiding head-on engagements like that. I could probably I've predicted that guy was going to camp me out right there, knowing that they were all coming down that way, and that I ran into 2 guys already down there, so they're going to keep coming down looking for me. The same way I could have predicted, right, that I shouldn't have come out right through there, right through that gazebo on the left-hand side, because those guys would totally just kill me. If you're thinking about where you're moving, especially with the stealth loadouts, and this is why having that orbital VSAT is big, because it makes it really easy to see. But if you think about where you're moving, it's going to help you a lot with your game. It's just going to help you so much in so many ways, getting kills, helping your team, taking one for the team if you have to. And remember, with that stealth loadout, while your teammates might be going loud, you need to let them draw all the enemy attention so you can hit them from the side, like how we talked about in the flanking video. So really, stealth play is simple, but there's a lot to it as far as technique goes. There's a lot to it as far as how to be as effective as you can. And if you're not good at stealth gameplays, like here, that was a horrible example. I bit off way more than I could chew, and really just ate it right there. So just keep that in mind. There's so much going on with stealth, but ultimately it's simple. Come from an area they're not going to see you at. Hit them from a side. Hit them from behind. Hit them from whatever, and then back out. Don't bite off more than you can chew at any given time. Don't chase people too much, because they're going to set up an ambush for you. Try to avoid head-on gunfights, and you're going to be pretty much set. So there you go. Gameplay here, I want to say it was like 32-9. I'm not sure. We're going to see it on the screen real fast. But decent gameplay. Not a great gameplay, but I'm going to keep showing you guys good games. And when great ones come by, I'll definitely make sure that I save them for you. So there you go, 32-10 with a Swarm, Orbital VSAT, and a Stealth Chopper. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later.